Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and welcome to another English lesson here on the channel, where I have the opportunity to help you with your English comprehension, vocabulary, and your fluency. Today, I have an advanced English through story lesson. Now, here on the channel, when I present an advanced lesson, the words or vocabulary words are advanced. I talk a little bit faster and I read slightly faster. So this will challenge some of my beginner students, but I have to mix it up. And so today is going to be an advanced lesson. Be sure to read today's story down in the description. Also, I have other links if this is your first time that you can study to improve your English, and make sure you hang around until the end, as I will have a few quiz questions for you to test your comprehension. So I hope you're ready for a little bit of learning and laughter. Let's dive into today's story. Carl, a dedicated customer service phone representative, found himself in a quandary when he learned that he needed to take time off work to undergo the extraction of all four of his wisdom teeth. So a customer service rep here in this country, I was a customer service rep and manager at one job that I had years ago. It's probably been about 20 years or so. But a customer service rep answers questions. They're on the phone, seems like all day, tending to the needs of the customer. And notice Carl here could not perform his job properly. Notice the vocabulary word. He found himself in a quandary, a problem, a serious situation. Okay, so you might say in a sentence, the car broke down on my niece. She found herself in a quandary for 3 hours. Okay, so it describes again a problem, a tough situation, or circumstance. Now, this is something, notice here, the sentence said he learned that he needed to take time off work to undergo the extraction. So the extraction is the removal of a tooth or the removal of something. There's a movie on Netflix, if you have Netflix, called, I believe it's called Extraction. And man, it's about a soldier who extracts or takes someone out of a situation or out of another country. Extract. So to remove, take out. And Carl needed to have his wisdom teeth extracted. And I don't know about you, but I have had my wisdom teeth removed. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in high school, my senior year, and I had all four of my wisdom teeth taken out on the same day. And back then, they didn't have, well, let me wait till we get to it, and I'll tell you this part of the story, okay? Now, one thing I don't like to do is take time off work. Notice Carl needed to take time off work. Usually, if you have to take time off, it means that your paycheck may be less than what you are accustomed to. But sometimes you just have to take time off to handle certain issues in life. Anxious and apprehensive. So he was nervous and afraid. He dreaded the impending procedure. Dreaded. He hated Oh man, I don't want to go get my teeth pulled. I don't want to go to the dentist. No. Or you're like, man, oh, you dread something. Okay. Sometimes husbands dread having to listen to certain members of the family. I'm not going to say who, we just dread it sometimes. Dread, okay? The impending procedure. So something that is impending, it's something that is about to take place. You know it's on your schedule and it's soon to arrive. Let's continue the sentence. Knowing that he would have to face the discomfort of recovery. So Carl knew that this was going to be painful. It was not going to be something simple. And he had to go through the steps in order to get better. Okay, so he was dreading it. I had a friend just this week. She had surgery, female surgery. And when I say female surgery, I mean she had an operation on her female organs. And she wasn't dreading it, but word got back to me that there was a lot of pain after the procedure and she had a lot of discomfort. So she's at home now, and that's just a part of having your body worked on, whether it's your mouth or other parts of your body. As he sat in the waiting room of the oral surgeon's office, his nerves were on edge. Okay. So he was very nervous. And remember, we've talked about when you have nerves or you're nervous, if you can remember, one idiom that we've used is he had butterflies. Okay. So he was afraid. He was scared. His nerves were on edge and he couldn't shake off the feeling of unease. Shake it off. So you can't get it off your mind. You're constantly thinking about something. You're anxious, you're worried, or you are uneased. Wow. I wouldn't want to be Carl. Even though I was Carl back when I was a teenager. My son had his wisdom teeth removed last year. And boy, let me tell you, it was just kind of like Carl. And I have videos on my phone. It's funny now, but when he went through the procedure, oh, he had a lot of pain afterwards. When the doctor administered the anesthesia, Carl's anxiety peaked. And soon after, he drifted into unconsciousness. Or a simple term, he was knocked out. Oblivious or unaware to the surgical process taking place. Okay, a lot of big words there. The doctor administered the anesthesia. So when I was coming up, when I was younger, I remember they had laughing gas. Now what they do is they place a needle in you and pump the anesthesia into your blood and it knocks you out. Then they do the procedure. But back when I was younger, before things got more technical and advanced, my dentist had a needle about this long and he would stick it in my gum. Oh my gosh, it hurts just thinking about it. And he would release the numbing agent. Okay, what is that called? It's called, oh my goodness. It wasn't called anesthesia. It's called, it's on the tip of my tongue. Let me see if I can look it up. Numbing agent dentists use. It's called, oh my goodness. Novocaine. That's it. Novocaine. Oh my goodness. Yes, he would put Novocaine in my gums. And your lips feel big, but they're the same size because all the nerves are dormant at that time, or seems like they're frozen, and so you can't feel anything. But I was not knocked out. I mean, he was there drilling and pulling, and oh my goodness. At least when you're knocked out or unconscious, you don't know about any of that. So notice it says that Carl was oblivious. He had no idea what was going on. Hours later, he regained consciousness, greeted by a wave of intense pain and disorientation. And the reason you have so much pain is because they're usually near nerves, those wisdom teeth. And so that's why there's so much pain, intense pain. And Carl's procedure in this story took hours, but now they can take out all four in about 45 minutes if there's no complications. The days followed the surgery were marked by persistent swelling, causing Carl considerable discomfort and making it impossible for him to return to work until he had fully recuperated or got better, or his body was healed. I'll tell you, I have to do a story about this. It amazes me now how some of these young women have children, and in 2 days, they're walking around outside. When my wife had our sons, she stayed in the house for almost 3 to 4 weeks before she even went outside. She made sure her body was completely healed. Now, people do like Carl. They try to immediately go to work, and oftentimes it causes more problems than help. Okay, let's finish this off. His days were spent in a haze. Okay, so he was just not safe to drive. He was in a haze of discomfort as he navigated the challenges of managing the pain and adapting to a restricted diet. Oh yeah, he cannot eat what he normally eats. My son, as well as myself, when we had our wisdom teeth pulled when I was younger, all I could have was soup and Jello. And the soup was good on my gums because it was so warming. But at the same time, so much blood and saliva was coming out my mouth. Oh my goodness. They gave my son gauzes to put in his mouth. I just remember for 2 days just spitting in a cup. Boy, the times have changed. Okay, let's read through the story at an advanced level, a little bit faster, without stopping, without explanation. And let's take it from the top. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Carl, a dedicated customer service phone representative, found himself in a quandary when he learned that he needed to take time off work to undergo the extraction of all 4 of his wisdom teeth. Anxious and apprehensive, he dreaded the impending procedure, knowing that he would have to face the discomfort of recovery. As he sat in the waiting room of the oral surgeon's office, his nerves were on edge and he couldn't shake off the feeling of unease. When the doctor administered the anesthesia, Carl's anxiety peaked, and soon after, he drifted into unconsciousness, oblivious to the surgical procedures or process taking place. Hours later, he regained consciousness, greeted by a wave of intense pain and disorientation. The days following the surgery were marked by persistent swelling, causing Carl considerable discomfort and making it impossible for him to return to work until he had fully recuperated. Causing Carl considerable discomfort. Tongue twister. His days were spent in a haze of discomfort as he navigated the challenges of managing the pain and adapting to a restricted diet. All righty. Excellent job. Now, let's look at a few quiz questions and we'll be done with today's lesson. Number 1, answer these down in the comment section. How did Carl's profession as a customer service phone representative impact his experience of needing time off for his dental procedure? Okay. I said a lot in that question, but really it's a simple answer. Number 2, why didn't Carl remember the dental procedure? Why didn't he remember the dental procedure? And number 3, describe your experience of getting your wisdom teeth removed. You know, it's amazing. Some people are in their 40s and 50s and never had to get their wisdom teeth removed. Let me know down in the comment section. Have you or have you not had your wisdom teeth removed? Did you have them all removed, 1 or 2? Let me know your experience down in the comments section. Well, before we get out of here, I want to invite you to check out some of my English listening practice videos here on YouTube. The link is in the description, or you can scan that QR code. I have short, quick videos that you can listen to about various subjects to help strengthen your English listening skills. Well, with that being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. You notice I never ask you to subscribe or like. I figure if you enjoyed the lesson, you'll do that anyway. But I do ask that if you know someone that is trying to improve their English, share today's lesson with them, whether it be by email, by text, WhatsApp, Facebook. Share today's lesson with them. I believe it will help them on their English journey. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you join me on my next English lesson. I hope to see you then.